Hey everybody, we're live here at the Mobile County Health Department. It's downtown Mobile, and we're in a 175-year-old building, very historic, and I'm here with Virginia Inge, and today she's going to talk about how to de-stress. So I'm going to step out of the way of the camera, and we're just going to kind of ask Virginia some questions, and hopefully she can help us how to de-stress, right?
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Well, welcome viewers. Like he said, we're just going to have a normal dialogue and discussion and talking about how to de-stress. So, and take a deep breath right now.
Yeah. So anyway, what we were going to talk about today was how to de-stress. So, what are some of the most common things that people approach you about that they're really stressed out about that you're able to help them with?
Mm-hmm. Oftentimes people come in and they talk about relationships, job, just different things going on in their life that is definitely stressing them out. And, by definition, it's a state of mental or emotional strain with very demanding circumstances. In this culture, we have a lot of demands on us. So that's usually what people share.
Right. Life is stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And we know as we're driving to work every single day, it can be stressful.
Right.
So, you've got some really easy examples, that you can tell people. They're kind of common sense, but, it's helpful to speak with somebody, sit with a professional. So if I were to come in to see you, tell me some healthy ways to de-stress.
There's a couple of big ones. Exercise has really been shown to help people de-stress. And it's important to realize it's not just for your physical health. It can extremely help your emotional and mental health. And that doesn't mean you have to dedicate 60 minutes to the gym every day. It could often mean just a 20-minute walk outdoors could definitely help. Other things that are helpful for people, oftentimes people have a faith, and so prayer is helpful. Positive self-talk, really just paying attention to the messages that you're telling yourself throughout the day. And, minimizing or having boundaries for things that might stress you out. For example, if you're on Instagram all day long and looking at perfect images of other people and the perfect filter, you might have a world that is not realistic, and you feel that it's very demanding on how you're supposed to look. So I guess definitely practicing some different ways to de-stress, which there's plenty online that you can find. Google how to de-stress, and Mayo Clinic, different things like Psychology Today will pop up. But really just finding what works for you.
I know you talked about all the social media stuff, and some people do have that need. They feel like they have to stay plugged in all the time, even news, unfortunately, like local news and stuff. So, and I'm a reader. I like to read. So, would you recommend just unplugging, like you said, get out, take a walk, maybe sit in a hammock, read? What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think social media is bad or the news is bad necessarily, but unplugging could definitely help you de-stress. When you are present within your relationships, for example, you're not only connecting with someone, but you're really building what researchers call a savings account. If something's meaningful for you and you're spending that quality time unplugged with a person and looking them in the eye and things like that, you're going to build yourself up and you're going to feel capable of really going on the next day. You're not just going to reduce your stress, you're going to actually build fulfillment. So it's essential to unplug sometimes and try to do that on a daily basis.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to ask you about that. I was at dinner the other night, and we were sitting around a hibachi table. There was 8 seats there. I was the 8th seat. The other 7, everybody had a phone in their face looking at it. So, there was no interaction, and they were just sitting around looking at their phone. So I like what you said about, staying unplugged and reading. and just that personal communication. I mean, that's also what you offer too. Say if someone came in for counseling, you're not going to talk to them over the internet or anything. They're going to be sitting right there with you, so you can talk to them face to face, right?
Absolutely. For one, a comment about people looking at their phone during dinner and things like that. It's very disheartening. It's disheartening to see as an outsider. And, the best way that you can communicate with someone is listening to them. And you're not going to be that great of a listener by looking down at your phone. So really keep that in mind. One of the most powerful things that I do for people is I sit there, I'm present, I care, and I'm listening to them. So that has a tremendous healing power, just listening.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was told a long time ago that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as long as we talk. What do you think about that?
I think that's just wonderful. Yeah, makes sense.
So, these are things that you talked about that, we could do on our own, and also sitting with you. What about something that's absolutely free? And, the first thing that I thought of that came to mind was a smile.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Never underestimate the power of a smile. Research has actually shown when you're kind to people, or even when you walk into an elevator and you smile, this is a little experiment, but most people will smile back. Smiles are contagious, so never underestimate that, and recognize that your energy has an impact. Even if, say, you're not by definition a leader in a group, say at your job, if you're sitting there and you're frowning and you're hunching over with your body language and you're not looking at anybody in the eye, you are having a negative impact in the room. So definitely recognize that your body language speaks volumes.
What about, I want to just bear with me for a second. A long time ago on Saturday Night Live, there was a skit, and it was this character, and he used to sit in front of a mirror, and he said, "I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and people like me." So,
love it.
What do you think about like those affirmations that you can tell yourself?
I think they're awesome. I think there is a great power in the words that we use. And I think that it's awesome. Some people might just say, oh, they're just words. But words hold a lot of power. They hold a lot of power to help you thrive, or they hold a lot of power to make you feel insecure and not worthy. So actually, it reminds me of a patient that I've seen, and I counseled throughout the summer for behavioral health. He's 15 years old, and he started back school. One problem was bullying, and one thing that he told me when he was checking in a month out, because now he's so stable and fulfilled and things like that, and not having the problems he was before, and he said, "Yeah, Miss Inge, I still just look in the mirror and I think to myself, well, somebody thinks I look good out there." And so that's huge. And he's able to just not even worry about the haters, and he's got that positive self-esteem. So just, it all starts with you.
So yeah. We're born with that power in our mind, right? Wouldn't you say that, we've got the power of positivity already. We just have to bring it out or meet with you to unlock it. Wouldn't you think?
I definitely think we have the power of positivity. I do believe that being negative might come more naturally, particularly in this society. We see a lot of negative. There's a lot of fear. There's things like that. But if you make a concerted effort to be positive, it unlocks the door for much greater success. So I definitely believe you have the power to do it. It's just making a decision to be different, not speak negativity, but try to speak positively, not only about yourself, but about other people too. Try to find the positive, even in a difficult situation.
I think that's a great message. I know we got to wrap up in just a moment here, but the thing that I thought of was, say you're not a reader, you're not a runner, you like to walk, but what about just giving back or volunteering?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You might hear the whole phrase, if you're going through a bad breakup, join a soup kitchen. The reason for that is research has shown you significantly reduce symptoms of distress when you're engaging in something that is beyond yourself. So if you focus all on what you don't have and what you want, you're going to drown out in a self-absorbed state of negativity. So really, if you decide to walk in purpose and you do something beyond yourself, like join a soup kitchen and serve people in need, or anything that connects with you. It could be just cleaning the kitchen, and doing it out of kindness. You're going to feel a lot better.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming back over here on your side. So just to wrap up, some of the things that you talked about were volunteering, smiling, communication, de-stress exercises like reading, riding a bike,
reading an inspirational blog, something meaningful for you, connecting with people that you love too.
Well, I think this Wellness Wednesday went really great today.
Thank you.
And
me too.
well, you were the one that did best.
Go on.
But anyway, tell people how they can get in touch with you if they want to make an appointment. Just real quick.
All right, absolutely. Well, on the message, it has our number for central appointments, and my name again is Virginia Inge. I am the behavioral health administrator, but I also serve as a counselor. So, and feel free to comment on here. I'll definitely monitor it and comment back.
All right, and also too, if you have any idea about any future topic that you want us to discuss, we can bring Virginia back in. Just drop us a comment and we'll get with Virginia and we'll be ready to go. So next Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday with Virginia at 8 a.m. or thereabouts, and we'll do it again then.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for your time. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.